Today's the day. People keep asking me when I put the vehicle in park, they hear this sound. It's been the actuator for this door here on the passenger side. So, I mean, there's a ton of videos on YouTube showing you how to do this already. This is not a how-to. This is how I'm going to do it. I've never done this before. I'm going to figure it out. So, you know, enjoy the ride. We're going to open this box in a moment. I keep this box in this cabinet over here along with all this other stuff. These are some tail lights I got to put in the bumper still. I got to figure the wiring out for that. There's an extra distributor cap, some other stuff in here, some other parts. You guys know I also have my tool bag out there, which we'll be getting to in a moment. And I keep a lot of stuff in this big box back here. So I have everything with me to do all kinds of repairs when I'm on the road. I just wanted to quickly open this up, see what's in it. I got this off of rockauto.com. It's about 40 bucks if I recall correctly. I don't have a problem with standard parts. They didn't have the AC Delco version of this, but in case you guys want to screenshot this, looks like it is made in China. Boo-hoo. I'll give it a shot here. It's the same switch for the passenger or the driver's side door. The only difference is you might have to take the clip off. I think I will. I'll have to spin that around so that it goes in this direction in this door here. There's just 4 bolts that allows you to do that. And then this is threaded. A lot of people, when they redo this, they put bolts in here. But it does come with rivets. And that's the reason why I took this can out, because I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe forgive me, bear with me. So as I was about to say, because I've done so many repairs on this vehicle, replaced everything. I mean, this is practically a new 2004 Astro van at this point. And I'm always nervous when I'm on the road because I drive this thing across the country. I go off-road all the time. But there's always a chance that something can fail. So I'm just kind of showing you a small fraction of what I carry around in the van with me, just in case. Some wire loom here, some tubing I could use for whatever. I got some hose clamps here. Steel stick, you know, you crack your oil pan or something open, that's good. I don't even know what I have in here. Oh, this is a rebuild kit for my Hydra Boost, which I've already replaced with a whole new Hydra Boost. These are wire connectors here, pretty good stuff. We got some stainless steel bolts. Some of this might come in handy today, right now, if I decide not to go with the rivet gun, which is what I'm looking for in here. Stainless steel nuts. There's an extra axle nut. Some wire. You know, never know what you're going to need that for. Some wire strippers. Tire gauge, which is probably garbage. Here's a hand wipe. Whoopsie. What do we got in here? I bought a whole replacement kit of LED bulbs for all the internal lights, and I have not yet put these in. And this is the sort of thing I always think when I'm on a camping trip, if I'm someplace for enough time, I figure, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll do this one day when I'm just out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, look at this. I found a replacement bulb, which I just bought one, and I didn't need to. This is a wiring setup, and oh, this is for the light bar that I have, extra fuses for that. I also have a whole bunch of extra fuses in the van in another spot. These are magnetic wire. It's a way to route your wiring with these little magnet things here. It's no big deal. We've got some self-tappers in here. We've got some shrink wrap in here. And we've got just another knife here. A lot of this might not be on screen. I apologize if it's not. Instructions. We've got some spray lube, a knife, and we've got a whole thing of rivets here. and a rivet gun. And I went through all this trouble to get this out because I haven't actually used it yet, so I'm going to practice with this on something else, and we're probably going to use this to put that door actuator in. Okay, as per usual, I'm spending most of my time looking for stuff before I even get started. I've got this ratcheting screwdriver I keep in the kit. I'm pretty certain, I'm going to have to go look for that. No, I got it right here. That this is a T30 bit that's in here. And, you know, you got to pry these caps off here first. Somebody sent me some extras of these, so I got those in case I lose one. This is not the, maybe I can lock this? No. There we go. The only thing about this is the cap on this opens up on its own. It doesn't want to stay shut, so you have to tape it, otherwise you're going to lose the bits in it. But it's a nice little tool to have, because it does make life easier when you're screwing things in and out. I probably have a Torx bit, but I have these, so let's see if this will work here. Now, of course, I could use a screw gun on this with the appropriate bit, and it would make this go a lot faster. Keep in mind, I haven't done this in a while. I did a video on restoring a door panel before, and that video is done pretty well. It was the other side, and I had to glue a bunch of parts back on it. So when you pull the clips, we're going to see this momentarily here. When you go to pop this panel off, you can bust these clips real easy. I don't know why it doesn't look like that's centered right. Hope this is better. So you want to pull the handle. This here, you want one of these. So I know that there's a thing in here. I probably just broke something. There we go. So this just pulls out, and then you got to lift out on this. This feeds in, and you lift it, and then this pops right into there. Now there's a Phillips head, and this is where the ratcheting screwdriver comes in handy. Let's not lose that. Put that right up over here next to the handle. All right, she's ready to come apart. Now this here has to come off. Of course, I forget how that works. It's just a little clip. I'm going to push down on this, and there we go. It's real easy to break these plastic parts, so, you know, be careful. I'm not the most patient guy with this stuff. There we go. You have to remove that. Now, this piece is separate from the door panel, so theoretically, you can get this out of here. And it'll hang. And in the past, I've done it a little bit differently. There might be one of these things in here. There we go. All right, so this will come off here now. So there we got that now. So that's just a little, it's a piece of plastic that has a metal clip on it, and that's why I use this to pull that out. So that worked out okay. Now, when I did the other door, I disconnected all these parts from this, thinking it would make things easier, and it didn't. What I do know is that you kind of want to lift up on this thing. There's clips all around it, and it's really bizarre, because when you look at the back of this, you see this white clip. That's what's on the back of this panel here. And you see how this, see how it looks like it'll just slide right out of there? Technically, that's what could happen, but I know that some of these attachment parts for these clips are in this direction, not all vertical. So let's see if we can pull some of these and lift up on this. I'm gonna have to pop the clips. So just go slow, try to find them, and just take it easy, man, because this stuff breaks real easy. Just keep in mind this is old stuff. I just found something just fell out of here. There's a few of these across the bottom. I'm just doing this in real time. I prefer not to break any of these things, but it could happen. Definitely breaking stuff. It's not good. I know there's a clip in here. There we go. There we go. I got one right in here. It doesn't want to release on me. Now, I should have taken the stuff out of the door, make life a lot. This is where I keep my maps. An extra weight in there. Get that out of there. Two of these popped off, so it'll be interesting to find what they go to. I think they're the back side of this. Yep, broke the bottom of the door. The clips did not want to come off. Oh. When I say the door, I meant the panel. There we go. So this here separated on me. So I'm going to go ahead and put some JB Weld or something in there for later. And those other clips, that's really interesting. But I know what they are. They go to this, which they should not have come off because there was no pressure for them. Nothing was pulled away on that. So they separated a long time ago for some other reason. Otherwise, all this is in pretty good shape. The white clip for here is still in there. So when I pushed up on the door, that released. But you can see that here, these clips would come out in this manner. If GM had put them all facing down, you could just tap up on this and this whole panel would slide out without the need to be popping all these white clips out. But overall, this came out in real good shape. All right, so I know the door actuator is behind here. It's right here. And what we're going to have to do next is, I guess I'm going to have to give you guys a close-up of this. Aren't you lucky? Look at that. So take this, put that right on the handle, you're golden. And now I could drill these two out. I'll show you that momentarily and then start work on replacing the switch, the actuator. Don't go anywhere, it's not over. So right here in the center of your frame, these are the rivets I've got to drill out. Right there, actuator's right here. Okay, so in my opinion, you know, for what it's worth, I like to use a larger drill bit here. Strip this away. This bit has seen better days, so let's see if we can find a sharper one. Alright, so this is more of a pain in the butt than I was hoping it would be. I'm pulling the door towards me because I don't want to put pressure on the door out this way because it's going to stretch your hinges. So I'm pulling this at myself as I'm pushing in with my other hand, and I used a little lubricant on here. A faster way would probably be a Dremel or a, you know, some sort of cutoff wheel to try to get in here, and I may go ahead and try that, but if you do that, you're definitely going to scratch this up. Not that it matters because the door panel hides it. Looks like we separated that, I think. Let's try the bottom one. This is going to end up being a longer video than I'd like it to be, probably, because I'm just kind of, I'm cutting, but I'm trying to show this to you in somewhat of real time. We're getting close here. You want to be careful with this. You could push this through, you could slip, you could break the glass. I'm a strong guy and I've been using tools for a long time, so I should even have eye protection on here. One of the things you got to realize, if you use some of this, then the metal filings get caught in that and they're not flying through the air so much. So it's been going off center. That's why you see me changing the pitch of the drill here. I went straight in at first, but it starts walking on you. So you want to make sure you're drilling towards the center. So now I'm pushing in this direction. We're getting very close. There's another reason why you'll see people doing this with small drill bits, but you want to use one that's large enough here to take out the rivet. You don't want to use a skinny little drill bit on this. I should probably use a 1/2 inch, to be honest with you. There we go. You can hear it when it happens. I think I could probably pry on this now. I could probably get that to pop if I do it correct. Let's see. I think I can get a screwdriver in there now, or even, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. No, I can't get behind the plate, I don't think. Yep. And it's right here. I should probably unplug this too, but Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a punch, something to punch it with a hammer. I'm going to whack those both real quick, and I think that'll make easy work of it. All right, this little hammer I keep in my toolkit in the van. We'll see if this has enough oomph to do the job. Yep. So that makes it a little bit easier, I think. That thing is still, for some reason, somehow, attached to the friggin' door. What is going on here? I think there's got to be like a double stick tape or something else holding this in place. Because that should just come off of there, and it's not. Of course, we got to get this off of here too, so I'll work on that. Let me work on getting this separated. I'll figure out what's going on. I think it's glued in place as well as the rivets. So, and maybe driving down from the top here with this hammer. Yeah, I don't think I got the room to do that. Did that do it? No. All right, I'm gonna have to work on that. Bear with me. I don't think it'll take too long. All right, I'm going to give this a shot. I want to try just taking these heads off here, see if that works. This is a cutoff wheel. It's the wrong thing to be using. I should put the thicker grinding wheel on. Right, now that they're free spinning, let's see if I can just knock them off. I think that's all it was. We'll see. It's one of those things, it's a learning curve. There we go. Now it's loose. Alright, so look, if you guys want to save time, screw drilling out the rivets. Put a grinding wheel on your grinder and just do this. It's going to be a lot faster. Now we got to get this out of here. Get this off of here. I don't know how this clip works. I guess we'll just disconnect it here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put a little lube on that. I'm going to get some lube on that. I'm going to pull that through. We're going to unplug this and we're going to figure out the new one. Alright, I should have showed you that, but a little WD-40 on the rubber popped right off. It came right off of there. Let's see what we got going on here. Looks like this just releases from the bottom. And there we go. So, where's the new one? It's right here. So you can see that this clip is backwards, right? This mounts in here like this one here, so I've got to pop this clip off, spin it around, and put it in the right configuration. I'm going to go do that on the table. There's no point you watching me do that. Pretty simple. If there's anything kooky about it, I'll tell you, but I think it's going to be fine. Let me do that and then figure this out. I think I'll just, like I said, I'll probably just go ahead. You'll see here, just these holes here. And on this new one, it comes with these things here that slide off. and these are threaded in case you want to put it back on with bolts. But I think I'm going to tempt the rivets. Okay, before I try to do this, just see if this thing even works. Okay, it's working, but I don't understand what that noise is all about. So, let's just see if it works with the key fob now. Okay, it's working, but the noise is crazy, and the noise is coming from this thing that's up in here. Wow, it's like a relay? Oh my gosh. Because it would definitely, the lock, this was not working, all right? Absolutely, I had to use the key to lock this door. But the noise is actually coming from a unit. Oh, this is going to turn into a friggin' thing now. Up in here. Which goes to here. Which is this part. Okay, so it's, this is the manual lock up here. Is that on camera? I don't know if this is on camera. Raise this up here for you. So this is the manual lock that goes through here. And so that's the part that's making the noise. Let's not bust this new speaker I put in here. By the way, these speakers, they're Pile speakers. I got them on Amazon. They're working fabulous. They sound 1,000% better than the factory speakers. Alright, well, look, the main thing was getting the lock to work. But since I'm here, let's go ahead and it's going to turn into it. Right now, I could put this back in, put the rivets on, and put the door back together, and this video will be over. But oh, this thing is cracked. I can see it. All right, hang on a second. Let's just see what's going on here. Well, there's also a, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why this would be cracked. So, remember when I took this off, I just removed these two bolts and this one, but it looks like there's, it's interesting because there's no, I guess these are here from the earlier units that had screws that went onto the armrest here, but this does not have that. I know you're looking at the back of my head here. I apologize. I have no idea how this thing is supposed to come apart. But I can tell you that the housing on this thing, maybe we can zoom in here for you. This plastic is cracked. You can see a crack in it. There's a crack going up the side here. I don't know if I'm seeing that, if I'm blocking that with my fingers, but that plastic is clearly cracked right across there. And you probably can't hear me because I wasn't talking into the mic. Okay, so I unplugged this here. Green wire goes to the inside, blue wire goes to the outside. There's two screws here. I'm going to put this one back in here in a moment. This rod here, and now I can slide this thing out. This is what's making the noise, and this is the crack. This whole housing here is cracked open. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. This whole thing is cracked. And I need one of these now. So I'm going to put this back together. But now I know, right? Now I know that this is a thing. Man, what a bummer. Look at this. See that? I mean, I didn't do that. How would that have even happened? You know what? I think I've got some super glue. I'm going to try to glue this thing back together. Let's try to repair it. Okay, I'm doing a little test here because I think this thing is so powerful that there's a little gear in here. And I don't think the glue would work, but I think if I taped it really tight. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to hold this real tight. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to, maybe I'll put a hose clamp on it in a couple spots and tape it real tight and just see if that'll work for now. And then we'll go ahead and I'll look one of these up. What a friggin' nightmare. All right, so I put 4 zip ties on this thing. And it's not perfect. It still makes a little noise, but it's not as bad as it was. So I'll look one of these up and order it, I suppose. But I want to put all this back together right now. So let's just do that, huh? Let's feed this through here. Another thing I did was I removed the clips that were on here to screw the armrest on, because this is a 2004 and it doesn't have those screws on the armrest, and they were rattling around, and I'm sure I was hearing that when I was driving. So that's taken care of. Now we've got to find the screws. Here we are, and try to eyeball this now to see. There we go. What a nightmare, huh? Welcome to Astro van world. This is almost like building a clunker. It's almost as annoying. All right. Nice and easy. All right. And this thing here, we're going to put it right back in the same spot it was. All right. If you do this, mark that bar on either side of where it was with some Sharpie so you make sure you get it in the right spot. I'm pretty certain I got it there. Oh boy. I think it's green on the inside, blue on the outside. I hope that's what it was. Let's test it real quick. It still sounds like hell. That is insane. Okay, that needs to get fixed, but at least now we know that the door actuator works. So I guess I should go ahead and figure out the rivets. Let me do that real quick and we'll pop that on. All right, I don't know if these are going to work. This is what comes with it. They're all the same size, but I'm not a big rivet gun guy. I mean, I haven't done this in years, so it's all theoretical at this point, you know? I don't think this is going to work. That's not going to work. This thing doesn't work. Screw that. We're finding bolts. Alright, so let's try with the key fob. So in lock it makes a lot of noise, but for unlock it doesn't. We'll try it with the button on the dash, or the door here. Alright, so we got to get that new part. Right now I'm going to go ahead and put all this back together. I don't think you guys really want to watch that, do you? Let's go ahead and film it. Wah, 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 wah. And this way if I make any screw-ups, you guys can laugh at me. Like, what else is new? There's looks like a screw could go in here too. So let me set the camera up a little bit different, and I'll put this back together, and I'll BS with you while I'm doing it. All right. So my phone is down to like 20%. I should have charged it first, but I didn't. And so let's see if we can get this back together here more quicker. Like, actually, what I should be doing is repairing this, and I could use a rivet gun for that, but you know what, we'll do that another time. Okay, we are missing one of the clips here for up here. I'm missing an insert for that, but I am not going to worry about it right now. We're just going to try to get all this back together. Maybe it's the wrong way to do it. You should probably wash your paws too first, but I'm a wee bit frustrated. Oh my God. This is cracked here. I might have to find another door card for this. But these things pop in pretty easy. It's already in. So, oh, I got you. That's where the grab handle goes into. Anyhow, this appears to be on good enough. But yeah, this here all separated out. So I'm going to have to repair this again down the road. Today's not the day. Oh, and this clip is busted here too, which is pretty common on these. I don't think I did that today. I think that was already broken. That's what we're saying. Hope that's set up right. This wire is the way it was, it looks like. Oh, there's a clip here. It's got to go inside. That'll make things a little bit better, huh? I'm trying not to force this to break anything else. So this wire here is, there we go. I think that's going to be better. There we go there. The handle holds that on. Where's the plastic part? Oh boy. This is the job, by the way. The job is finding all the stuff that you lose while you're doing the job. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh, I hate tedious stuff. I hate tedious stuff. What is going on here? Here we go. There we go. There we are. Okay. Well, it still makes noise, but I'll tell you, that is not as bad as it was, right? Can we all agree to that? This does not seem like it's aimed at me, so if it's not, I don't care, because I'm not going to take this apart to redo it. And then this goes here or here? It goes here. That's how that goes. And again, if I was doing this again, I would just get a bit and drive this in with the screw gun. There we go. Nice, nice. Anyhow, I just replaced the door actuator, and I don't think this bolt is lining up. And this is going to be a hard time now. It's not in the... Doesn't feel like it's threading. Because it's not. It's like high school trying to find the hole. It's the wrong hole. So, I ever tell you guys the Crisco oil story? It's not going to be today. Okay, this is... Okay. This one went in easy, so let's take it out. And get the bottom one in first. If you're going to use both holes, you want to use the, you know, typically you want to use the top hole first. But in this case, we want to try to get the bottom one in first. You guys do not need to be watching this. This is not going in. I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut this camera off because I know I'm going to lose charge here any second. And, oh, son of a bitch. The clip, which is one of these, is not there. And it probably fell down into the door. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this door panel off again. I'm going to fish that out of there and get the appropriate one. I'm going to put this back together. While I'm doing that, I'm going to charge the phone a little, and then I'll come back and sign off with a parting shot. How's that sound? Wah, wah, wah. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Look, that's the part that was missing. Man, this doesn't look right. But I took that off by mistake. There was 3 of them here. These 2... There was one down here and there was one over here, and they were rattling around, but I needed that one to be there. So that was all my bad. I'm going to put this back together now. Should work. And I wanted to quickly talk about this panel here. I'm going to take this off again, right, when I get that other part. And I'm going to use some Chicago screws, I guess, on this here to hold that together. And I'm missing one of these clips here, one of these white clips, but I do have extras somewhere in another box of Astro van parts, which I have. I've got a ton of spare parts. You guys might remember Cliff down in Florida. He sent me a giant box. Matter of fact, he sent me 2 of these with switches and everything, extra tweeters, you name it. And a very, very cool guy. Friend of the channel. Every once in a while he sends me something cool as far as like just information. He's a very smart guy. And so I've got a bunch of extra, like I was saying, parts to put all this back together. And that's what we're going to do. So I'll rebuild this, and when I do that, I'll do a video on it. It just doesn't want to stay in the hole. I need to keep talking about holes. Sorry, ladies. I know. You shouldn't be watching this, ladies. I mean, unless you have an Astro van. And if you do have an Astro van, yeah, that doesn't make up. I shouldn't be making any excuses for being crude. I'm just a big boy, that's all. There we go. Okay, that's gonna work now, I hope. Please, Lord. Lordy, lordy. Oh. That's the way a hole's supposed to feel, you know? Of course, we're not using any lube here. Come on with this. Come on. Come on. All right. This does not feel like it's... Well, it's going in there. Go. All right. This took, I don't know, I should have looked at the watch. I mean, I wear a watch for a reason. But, all right, that's on there. So, yes, I'm going to have to rebuild this panel. It's rebuildable. I can make it nash. I can fix that up. I'm not too concerned about that. And of course, we got this piece here. And that works like that. All right. Can't check that too many times, right? All right. The lock is working. That's the most important thing. The noise, it's not as bad as it was, but it's still there. So I'm going to clean this mess up. I'm going to go ahead and go home because I've had enough of this. And then I'm going to get back on rockauto.com. I'm going to look for that other part. But this time, the next time, I will also repair this panel. And I'll show you how I do that because you'll probably learn something. And the interior light is on, which is, oh, you know what? Just because I was screwing with the lights. Not the lights, the locks. It just went off. Whew. If that was on the whole time, you'd be draining the battery, right? Which, by the way, I got to get the bigger alternator in here because I power a lot of stuff. And I recently, IceCo, I wrote them a note and they sent me this cable here, so it's a 12 volt, so this will plug into the 12 volt lighter here and charge it while I'm driving. When they sent me the IceCo, what is it, the PB1000, it's a nice big power station. They did not send me one of these, so now I have that. I'm excited about that. The headlights, I mentioned the other day that one of the lights was out, so I bought a replacement set. These are the same ones I had in it before, and then it came back on. And then the other one went out. And then that one came back on. And then they go, one goes dim and one's brighter. Help me out with that, will you? What do we think that is? These are LEDs. Does that have something to do with it? Or maybe there's a thing in the thing that I gotta change. You know what I'm saying? The panel, the thing. Those little things, those square things that you gotta, you know what I'm saying. You know better than me. If you're here watching this, you're an Astro van person. So help a brother out, will you? And that's it for now. I'm freaking done with this. I gotta put all this crap away now. What takes the most time? Getting all your crap together, getting it out, getting organized. Of course, trying to film this is a thing. And then cleaning up, putting everything away. All that takes more time than it does to actually do the job. go away now. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. I'll catch you in the next one.